After reviewing Briana Williams' performance at the recently held Racers Grand Prix, we conclude fix this and Briana Williams will be unstoppable. Literally. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Go ahead, please hit the subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit the like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, ready? Yep. Good to go. Well, at the Racers Grand Prix, which was held last Saturday at the National Stadium, featuring some of the best in the world of track and field. Jamaica's Briana Williams made her entrance in the women's 100 meters B race final. Now, we've been watching Briana Williams here for some time. You know that we are big fans of this young talent, and we think that we know the solution to the challenges that she currently has. You see, she just needs to do one simple thing, and you're going to smile. She just needs to copy whatever Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce did. Yes, you heard me right. Now listen. It was Ramona Burchell who won in a time of 11.17, a season's best, with Tina Clayton coming second in 11.23, a new personal best, and Briana Williams came third, running a time of 11.30.
It looked pretty good this season, Tia Clayton.
Briana Williams representing Titans. She's in 3.
Olympic gold medalist in the 4x1, World Junior double champion.
Putting out now. Here we go again, and here's Jordan again.
So Clayton, Williams, Burchell, Anilus, and Jodine Williams. And this time they're away cleanly. Bullet start for Briana Williams. Looking really good at the moment. Can Ramona Burchell respond? Briana Williams holds the lead at the moment. Here comes Ramona Burchell. Ramona Burchell flies by. Tia Clayton is on the inside. Ramona Burchell takes it.
Burchell went to Herbert Morrison for high school.
5, I think it was.
Here's a second look. Look at the great start by Briana Williams. Her drive phase is a thing of beauty to watch. Burchell, 3 in from the right-hand side, catches up to Briana, gets past Tia Clayton, and marches away to a half-a-meter victory. Big running by the 31-year-old. There's Briana Williams, had an injury, got it treated. Her start is now back sharp as ever, but Burchell blows past both the youngsters to take the victory here.
Yeah, so 11.17 is 11.23 in second for the fast finishing Tia Clayton on the inside. Flying by Briana Williams, 11.30 for her, 11.30.
Burchell does 11.17 season best. Tia Clayton, personal best, 11.20.
Now, there's no denying that Briana Williams' first 50 is pretty much nearly perfect. In fact, only Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce is better. And I've seen her beat Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce out of the blocks in Shelly-Ann's amazing first 50. So how can we get her to adjust the end of the race? In other words, how can we get her to do what it is that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce's team did? Almost all top-tier sprinters have a flaw they need to fix. With Shericka Jackson, it's the start. Elaine Thompson-Herah, her start is her weakest part of her race. Briana Williams, who could become top-tier, is definitely the end of the race, as was the same problem with this young lady, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. Now, last year in the heat of the women's 100 meters at the National Stadium, we saw Briana Williams lined up against Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. And one of the things that struck me, because this was one of the first times I'd seen her do this, is that for the first 50, she was right there with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. This is not an easy task. It's kind of like being in the men's 100 meters and being right beside Christian Coleman for the first 50. Just take a look at this race in slow motion. She is literally step for step with Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce for the first 50 meters. So clearly the problem is not her start. They've clearly fixed that problem. So look again at her race last Saturday at the Racers Grand Prix. Look at her first 50. At this stage of her 21 years, pretty much no one can beat Briana Williams in that first 50 meters. Look again from a different angle at her run recently. Her start is impeccable. She's a full meter and a half ahead of everyone in the first 10 meters. It takes everyone at least 60 meters to start to pull her back in, unless you're a Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce or a Shericka Jackson. I mean, this is a remarkable strength for this athlete. You know, when I really saw this, I mean, I've always noticed it, but when she raced Alana Reid recently at the all-comers number 3 at the National Stadium,
away this time, Briana Williams got a blazing start in lane number 1. Alana Reid is going well too. Briana Williams ahead of Alana Reid. Alana Reid comes in on and gets there first.
so it's really the last 40 meters of the race, Briana's race, that needs to be fixed. And you can see it here. It takes Ramona Burchell a good 70 meters to catch her, match her, and pass her. And it same thing with Tia Clayton over to her Briana Williams' left. Now, how do we fix this issue? Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. The truth is, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce had the same challenge. Fraser-Pryce tended to beat everyone coming out of the blocks. It's kind of like Christian Coleman. You know, if they get out of the blocks ahead of you, if they're a meter or 2 ahead of you in the first 10 meters, you are not going to catch them. And I remember this in 2021 when Elaine was just again once more unbeatable. And the one time that Shelly beat her, in this instance, not only did she get out of the blocks, she got out of the blocks even faster, believe it or not. But she was able to maintain that top end speed for a much longer time, fading slower. She was just so fast out of the blocks, no one could catch her. And when I look at Briana Williams running, I'm seeing Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. I know you're all going to scream at me, not scream at me, but I mean, some of you are going to say I'm speaking nonsense, but look at the running styles. I don't remember if Briana always ran like this. I don't know if this was purposeful, if they realized that there is an issue regarding the drive, her start and drive phase is perfect. So it's the end of the race that's the issue. But Christian Coleman has the same challenge. I mean, if you can match him, look at what happened with him and Akeem Blake recently. Akeem didn't panic, stayed calm, caught him, and was able to pass him on the line. This happened at the LA Grand Prix, by the way. Go check out our video on this. Whatever it is that Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce did and her team, that's what Titans have to do with this young lady. They've clearly fixed the first 50 meters of her race. It's literally perfect. You know, if it was a 50-meter race, she'd be world champion. She's that good. And she's still very young. She's 21. She's not 35. She's not 30. She's young. So it's kind of like, for me, when you put together a race, the race structure for an athlete, it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. Just look at what Shericka Jackson's team does. They work at different phases of the race. Obviously, this young lady's start is literally perfect. It is the best start in the game outside of Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce. It's perfect. That first 50 is perfection. But she wins the race in the last 30. So clearly they'll have to work on her speed endurance. They'll have to work on her strength and her stamina, which means more 400s, more 200s, more hill runs. Now, I'm sure that this is what they were doing, but then she got injured. So we have to allow her to truly recover from her injury. But I really think that's why Shelly-Ann became unbeatable in 2022. They worked on her strength, speed, endurance. Remember seeing Shelly doing all those hill runs? It was about speed endurance because they knew that if she was in striking distance to Elaine Thompson-Herah in that last, 30, she wasn't going to win the race. And that's why she got even faster. They perfected the second half of the race. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I'd absolutely love to hear your thought. Do you think if Briana Williams does this, she could become unstoppable? Oh, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings, and queens. Bless up!